Hey everybody, it's Matt. Welcome back to another video. So we are making some changes in the Lego City today. And starting off with the change we are making is the Treads Tuning Garage. Now, I have been wanting to relocate this garage and also expand it for quite some time. Unfortunately, I didn't really have any idea of where I wanted to put it. And as you can see, my Fast and Furious collection is rapidly growing, and it's really just taking out all the space in this part of the city. And I really have nowhere else to put them, and they're getting overcrowded. Plus, it really doesn't make sense to have a Fast and Furious garage right next to a police shop, or police station, I should say. So initially, I was going to move the tuning garage over to this area here and move the family reunion set, but after trying it out, it just wasn't working. Again, the cars were crowding up this whole area here, which was making it really crowded in front of the amusement park entrance. So that didn't really pan out. And then I got stumped for a little while trying to figure out where I can find some good space and some good real estate to make the change. And then we came across this area here of the city, and I figured that this plate or this area here has been vacant for quite some time, and I've always just filled it up with a park. I had the Christmas tree there over Christmas time. So I figured that this would actually be a pretty good spot to relocate the garage. These two modular buildings, the Lego store and the noodle shop, are on a 32 by 32 base plate. So they'll come out and go right into the spot where the garage is, no problem, which will allow us or give us a little bit extra plate here to expand the garage both in length and width. So I feel like this will actually work quite well. We can add all the Fast and Furious cars sort of parked in here or going under the tunnel. We have the corner garage over there opposite, which we can have, a Fast and Furious car fueling up. And then this whole area here, I was thinking of adding a road base plate sort of making the entrance or the drive out for the garage, which then we can tile all that corner area there and fit another 2 cars. And the garage will also be able to house 2 Speed Champions cars once we expand it or extend it outward. So I feel like this area is the perfect spot and would look really cool once all the cars are connected up with the LEDs lit up. You'll also be able to see this back wall here a little bit better, because right now, as you can see, it's hidden, so you can't see how nice it looks next to the tunnel. And once we do all the apartments and everything, I just feel like this whole area will flow really nice with the garage. Okay, everybody, so we have replaced the tuning garage and added the Lego store and the downtown noodle store or noodle shop. This looks crazy. I love it. I'm really happy with how they actually look in this position here. The great thing is once you come from the subway area and you walk up the stairs, you've got the game arcade and also the noodle shop here to stop in and have something to eat, and also have a visit in the Lego store. Still have enough room around the modulars to have a footpath along this area here. So we'll fix all that up and add the trees and everything back in there. But all in all, I really honestly think it looks good. Like if you step back and have a look how it blends in with the other modular buildings, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. And I was a little afraid that it was gonna overshadow or block out the diner and the Natural History Museum. But I mean, look, they are kind of a tall building, but when you're looking at it from this angle, you can still see the diner and the Natural History Museum quite well. If you come from this side of the city, you can see them perfectly, even if you zoomed in and had a bit of a walk through the city, no problem at all. So I do feel like it really completes this corner or this area of the city. So really happy with that change. Now over here, and at the moment, it does look pretty dull and pretty gray and empty. Not to worry. Once we do expand and make this more of a modular and a nice big garage, there's going to be a lot of lights going into the garage. All the cars will be lit up. I think this is going to look awesome. And as you can see, just by not having anything here at all, look at the space we've got to work with. Like if I went to get a couple of cars as an example, let's grab a couple of these with all the wires hanging out. Like if I add one there, which technically that will be how far the garage is going to come out. So we've got a car there. Let's grab another one just for the exercise, just to show you how much space we will have. There's another car in there. And I think I have a couple on my desk over here that we can grab real quick. So, you know, we can have another car like that, another car going out of here, one next to it there. So in the end, once all this is full of cars, I think it's just going to look awesome. But to give you an idea, I feel like this is the spot that we want. So the garage will be a little bit higher, so it might almost finish about here. So it might still hide the wall a little bit, but that's okay. I think it's just going to look great. So let's start pulling apart the garage and breaking down some of the walls so we can start extending it on the base plate. So like I said, it's going to finish all the way where this base plate is here, right up to that last stud. I'm going to utilize everything, probably remove this light, maybe add another street lamp. We're going to add some downlights inside the roof of the building, probably add a couple of lights here and here. So I have a whole bunch of ideas which I can't wait to share with you guys. So let's go and start working on this and show you some of the progress. So everybody, the new tuning garage in the Lego City is open for business. It is so much better than the original tuning garage that we had in the Lego City. A lot bigger, as you can tell, it just looks completely transformed. And we added the road plate like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and we've spaced out all the cars. And it looks like obviously they have a lot more space than what we had over on the other side of the city. They're definitely not next to a police station anymore, so that makes a bit more sense now to have them on this side of the city. And we've got the RX-7, we've added that in the corner garage. We've got a couple of the Speed Champions Fast and Furious cars there, and then I've scattered all the rest of them in front of the garage with Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor at the front there. So this is the whole scale of the garage. Before we get right into the details inside, I'll just show you around the outside of the building real quick. So we've got windows all around the building just to allow light coming in and make it look a bit more open. I didn't want to close off the building too much. Initially, I was going to leave this side of the wall open and just have it like an L shape so you can see through the garage from this angle. But I felt like it wasn't going to be finished nicely, so I ended up adding a wall, which I think it looks a lot better, and it makes it look like a modular as well. So it ties in with the rest of the buildings that's situated around the garage. So the roof area is not quite finished yet. I've done a skylight and I've got some ventilation systems. It does feel pretty plain and boring, so I'm trying to decide what else I can do to just finish off the roof a little bit nicer. If you guys have any ideas, make sure you let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your ideas. I will read each and every one of them. So for now, the roof is pretty plain and it comes off just like a standard modular building roof, just like that, pretty easy. And then that reveals the garage and everything inside. So let's go have a look. So firstly, you'll see there's two cars in the garage. That's the aim we wanted to go with. I needed to be able to fit at least two cars comfortably, which we have achieved. I've added a hoist on this side as well, so when we are doing servicing on the cars, we can get under there. We've got a oil can or an oil catch to be able to drain all the oil out of the car. And then over to the right side, we've got a tire rack, which is a must-have in any garage. Over to the left side here, we have a workbench with a welder. We've got Dominic Toretto welding and exhaust. And then right to the back of the garage, we have a little office area where they can just work on designing cars and working on
projects. We've got Jesse from the Fast and Furious movie in the office. And then towards the back of the garage, we have a wash area. We've got a water tank, and we've also got a Pepsi machine. And then on this corner here, we have a computer, another workbench with a vise, a fire extinguisher, and a radio. And then just in this corner here, we have a trash can, and we've got another fire extinguisher or fire can, whatever you want to call it. So we added a couple of lights hanging from the top of the roof, or the beams, I should say, to light up the main area of the garage. And then we added 3 individual down lights just to light up the different areas of the garage. And then I also added 2 lights, one at the entrance and one on the other side, just to add some light in the front part of the garage. And then we've got Jaws, our little doggy, over here, which we had to keep. We definitely weren't getting rid of that. And then some other details, such as a pallet with a engine delivery. We also got a trolley with a oil can on there. So I felt like I was able to include everything that a garage should have. And I obviously wanted to add more, but due to the size, I didn't want to clutter everything and overcrowd it. So like I said, I was able to get everything I wanted in there. And also the main thing was 2 cars comfortably side by side. So overall, I really feel like the garage does look good in this area. It's detailed, it's all tiled, everything just looks really nice. It's a modular looking building. So overall, like I said, I'm really happy with the outcome. And most importantly, I'm happy that the cars look a bit more spaced out. I think it actually really adds a little bit more depth to this side of the city. I did like the buildings, the Lego store and the noodle shop in that area. They did look good, but the garage looks even better. And then once we add our other apartment buildings and finish off the facades at the back here, again, it'll add further depth into that part of the city. Well, that's pretty much it. That sums up today's video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And remember to drop a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of the new tuning garage in the Lego City. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.